All right, let's dive right into the new MacBook Pro. Apple's latest machine is being called a lot more than just a simple speed bump. It's shaping up to be a real game changer in the world of pro laptops, and we're here to break down exactly what that means.
So here's the big question we're asking today. Is this new MacBook Pro just about raw speed, or is the real story here how deeply artificial intelligence has been baked into everything? That's the idea we're going to dig into. Let's find out.
Okay, so to really get what's going on, we've got to look under the hood at the heart of this machine, the new M5 chip family. And let's be clear, this isn't just a small step up, it's a completely different architecture, built from the ground up for AI.
So you've got three new options. The standard M5 gives you fantastic performance for most pro-level work. But then, coming in early 2026, we get the M5 Pro and Max, which have a new internal design. Now, why does that matter? Well, it's all about better cooling, which means they can run at full tilt for way longer without slowing down. Think heavy 3D rendering or compiling massive amounts of code.
Now let's talk about the real secret sauce here, the neural engine. This is the part of the chip that's dedicated to AI, and get this, it's now twice as fast. That speed boost is everything. It's what lets the Mac run all of Apple's new AI features right on the device itself, making them super fast, private, and just seamless.
Okay, so all this talk about smarter performance is great, but what does it actually look like when you're working? Let's see how this new intelligence can genuinely change your day-to-day, saving you a ton of time and effort.
Just imagine this for a second. You can start by asking your Mac to generate a unique image for a presentation. Then you can hop over to a dense report and have the AI summarize it for you in seconds. And finally, you just ask Siri to find that file you were just working on and email it. It's a completely connected experience that just flows.
And yeah, let's talk about Siri for a minute. This isn't the old Siri that just sets timers. Now, it actually understands the context of what you're doing across your apps. It knows which file that file is, it knows who Sarah is, and it can just do the whole thing for you. I mean, that is a massive leap forward.
Of course, a Pro laptop is way more than just a chip, right? So let's get into the rest of the hardware and see how Apple has polished the whole experience to really support all this new power.
Okay, this is a big one. For the first time ever, you can get the nano texture display on the 14-inch model. And trust me, this is a huge deal if you've ever tried to work near a bright window or under harsh office lights. That glare, gone.
And the Liquid Retina XDR display, still absolutely best in class. With 1600 nits of peak brightness, your HDR photos and videos are just gonna pop. The detail you'll see in the bright spots and the dark shadows is just incredible.
And then there's this number, 24 hours of video playback. That's the longest battery life ever in any Mac, which is honestly kind of mind-blowing for a machine this powerful. You can pretty much forget about carrying your charger.
And look, for all you pros out there, Apple didn't forget the important stuff. The ports are all still here. You've got your SD card slot, an HDMI port that can drive an 8K display, MagSafe, and Thunderbolt 4. You can finally leave that dongle life behind.
All right, so with all that said, how does this new M5 lineup really stack up against the last generation? And maybe more importantly, which of these new models is the right one for you? Let's break it down.
So let's do a quick head-to-head, M4 versus M5. Now, don't get me wrong, the M4 machines are still incredible, but the M5 series brings some really key upgrades to the table that are worth paying attention to.
So, if you boil it all down, what are the big upgrades here? Well, the base model now starts with a very generous 24 gigs of memory. You're getting 2 more hours of battery life. You've got that new nano texture screen option on the 14-inch. And of course, the big one, that next-generation neural engine built for AI.
So who should buy what? Honestly, for most people, including students and creators who need pro-level power, that 14-inch M5 is the perfect sweet spot. But if you're in a field like engineering or filmmaking where you just need the most power and screen you can get, the 16-inch with an M5 Pro or Max is still the undisputed king.
And you know how it goes. Just as this new machine is hitting shelves, we're already hearing whispers about what's next. The rumor mill is pointing to a major redesign in late 2026, possibly with an OLED touchscreen. So definitely something to keep on your radar.
And that really brings us full circle, back to that first question we asked. With the M5, Apple is making a huge bet that the future isn't just about raw speed anymore. It's about smart, integrated power. So the real question is, have they just set a new standard that the rest of the industry is going to have to follow?